We're often asked to pay attention without being given any instructions on how we do that. So mindful awareness practices are one way to enhance our ability to pay attention to the present moment on purpose. And I'd like to introduce a simple practice called an anchor practice that can help you, support you on your path of being better at paying attention. So here we go. I'll invite you now to find a comfortable position, preferably seated, but if it feels more comfortable to lie down, please feel free to do so. I'll invite you to close your eyes, and I may even do so myself from time to time while I'm giving these instructions. However, if it doesn't feel comfortable for you to close your eyes, and it doesn't for everyone, and that's perfectly okay, I'll just invite you to soften your gaze. Try to keep your gaze in one spot. It might be out a window or at the ceiling or tuning into something in your room that is soothing to you. There's no need to close your eyes if it doesn't feel comfortable to you, so want to bring that into your awareness. If you do feel comfortable closing your eyes and want to give it a try, I'll invite you to do so now, and I'll do so as well. So our minds are a little bit like boats adrift at sea. This is perfectly okay. It's not a problem at all. It's what our minds do. Like a boat out at sea, our minds will drift forward, back, past, present, sideways. And just like a boat, if we want to practice paying attention on purpose, it can be super helpful to have an anchor, something that can bring us back to the present moment when our minds will wander like they naturally will. Remember, there's no wrong way to practice mindfulness. We're just noticing what's here in the present moment on purpose, and our mind's job is to wander away from the present moment. When we have an anchor, our mind can come back just like a drifting boat. Since our minds are so good at traveling through time and space, but our bodies only have the ability to be here in the present moment, the best anchors for our wandering mind are found through the body. So I will offer 3 anchors today for you to try on for size, to see which one is a right fit for you as you enter into the practice of paying attention to the present moment on purpose. The first anchor I will offer for your consideration is the anchor of sound. So taking a moment now, simply to notice what sounds you're aware of first. The invitation is to see if you can be aware of sounds as they arise, moment by moment. Maybe you're aware of sounds close. Maybe you're aware of sounds farther away. Just taking a moment or two to notice what sounds are present for you. And when your mind wanders, as it naturally will, seeing if you can bring your attention back to the sounds that you hear. Sound is a very powerful anchor. And for those of us with the ability to hear, available for us at any time. It's not available to us, we might want to choose another anchor. And so I offer for your consideration the anchor of our body through the sense of touch. And to do so, we'll do a brief scan, starting with the bottom of our feet, seeing if we have an awareness of feeling anything, warmth, tingling, contact with the earth or whatever it is that our feet are making contact with. And if you can't feel your feet right now, that's okay too. Just noticing how you notice that. It might be easier for you to tune in to where your seat makes contact with the bed or chair or floor. Or possibly your back. So feet, seat, or back. Maybe even in this moment, noticing the temperature in the room. How you're aware of that on your skin. You might even notice through the sense of touch, through your body, whatever subtle weight your clothes are making on your skin. If there's a change in temperature between your skin hitting the air, your skin hitting your clothes, just noticing. And we'll take a moment or two to practice. When our mind wanders, seeing if we can practice returning our attention to the anchor of our body through our sense of touch. The third anchor that I'm going to offer for your consideration is one that is more commonly offered in mindful awareness practices, but not always accessible to all of us, which is why I like to offer other choices. We'll try it on for size today and see if it's an anchor that works for you. And if not, you can always go back to sound or the sense of touch through your body. If you'd like to work with the sense of breath, I invite you to do so with me now. And we'll focus on 3 different parts of the body where we may be most aware of our breath. Sometimes it's helpful to place a hand on our belly and notice how when we take an in-breath, our belly rises. And when we take an out-breath, our belly falls. Not needing our breath to be in any particular way, just allowing it to be as it is, and noticing our bellies rise and fall on the in and the out breath. Some of us are more aware of our breath higher up in our torso. We might notice our rib cage expanding, or we might notice even our chest rising and falling. And if you feel comfortable placing a hand on your heart, you might be able to notice that on the in-breath, your chest rises, and on the out-breath, your chest falls. And you can even try this with your ribs, if you feel comfortable placing your hands around your rib cage. Breathing in and breathing out, noticing. The third area where it's common for us to notice our breath is either through our nose or mouth, or a combination of the two. Noticing the cooler air in through our nose or mouth, and the warmer air out through our nose or mouth. So I invite you now to choose a place in the body. When we're first starting out practicing mindfulness, the belly can be easiest for a lot of us, but whichever works for you is perfectly fine. Remember, there's no wrong way to do this. So choosing a spot, settling on it for where you notice the breath, and practicing now for a moment or so on your own, noticing the breath in, noticing the breath out. When your mind wanders, as it naturally will, returning to the anchor breath for a couple of moments on your own. And so as we bring this practice to a close, I'll invite you to notice sounds in the room once more. Your body through the sense of touch. Your breath in. Your breath out. And as you work with this practice on your own, finding an anchor that fits best for you as you learn the practice of mindfulness, returning your attention to the here and now at any time, and I'll say it again, when your mind wanders, as it naturally will.